2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, almost done. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and we're done. 33, 36. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. 44, 48. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48, 54, and 60. Let's sing it one more time. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, and 48, 54, and 60. Very good. Let's see how quickly we can go through these. Okay, so I'll set my timer. Oops. Right, let me get this here. I want to make sure our students watching can see. So, on your mark. Ready, go.
4,
Go ahead and do it from the front.
8,
No,
16,
16.
18, 27, 15, 25, 35, 12, 40, 15, 0, 8, 36, 20, 36, 6, 8, 9, 18,
18.
9, 12, 0, 9, 4, 1, 10,
Oh, it's a duplicate. 27. 18. 16. 24.
18, 9, 6, 16, 0, 3.
And that was 1 minute and 54 seconds. So we'll see if we can beat that tomorrow. All right, I would like for row 5 to stand for Minds on Math. Mason, move your pin, please. Autumn, move your pin. Okay, there should not be any talking when we transition from one thing to the next. All right, row 5. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals
16.
tie. Did I give you both a point for ties? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's what I did before. 7 times 2 plus 4 equals
18.
hard to hear with these masks. Who said it first?
I think Noah.
You both said it.
No.
Well, I'll just give it to both because it sounded like the same time, but it's hard to tell. Okay. So you sure you don't know division?
We do know it. I know it.
Alright, maybe we'll start doing division flashcards. Okay. 5 times 3 plus 5 divided by 2 equals. Yes. Alright, row 1. 16 divided by 2 times 5 plus 9 equals. One more time. 16 divided by 2. So in other words, what number times 2 equals 16? Times 5 plus 9 equals.
49.
Yes. Okay. 8 times 4 minus 7 minus 3 equals.
Six.
One more time. 8 times 4 minus 7 minus 3 equals.
12.
No.
25.
Nobody?
26.
No.
Can I count?
Okay, what was the answer?
22.
22 is the answer. Okay? Alright, one more. 11 minus 7 times 2 divided by 2 equals.
8. I could get that equation. 10.
No. Okay, 11 minus 7 times 2 divided by 2 equals.
4.
Yes. Alright, row 3. Okay. Here we go. 12 minus 9 plus 8 minus 6 minus 4 equals.
2. 3.
One more time. 12 minus 9 plus 8 minus 6 minus 4 equals.
1.
1. Okay, got that. Okay. 13 minus 7 plus 5 minus 2 minus 5 equals.
3.
4.
4. Okay. Alright, and one more. 16 divided by 4 equals.
4. 8.
4. Hold on, got it.
Hey.
Alright, good. Okay, that was divided by 2. This is you, Nicholas. 24 divided by 2 times 5 plus 3 equals
30.
One more time. 24 divided by 2. So in other words, what number times 2 equals 24? Times 5 plus 3 equals
34. 32. 46.
Everybody? Alright, what is it?
61.
No.
62.
63. Because you've got 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 times 5 is 60. Think of a clock. And then 60 times plus 3 is 63. Okay, another one. 8 times 3 equals 24. And one more. 2 times 3 times 4 minus 4 minus 10 plus 8 equals. You say 18, Jacob? Yes. Okay. All right. And then row 4. Ready? 5 plus 5 plus 5 minus 6 plus 9 plus 2 equals
20.
yes. Okay. 6 plus 7 minus 4 plus 2 minus 9 equals.
2.
Who said that? Who said 2 first?
I never said it.
I wasn't sure if it was Micah or Lucas. Okay, and then, okay, here we go. 33 divided by 3 times 4 equals.
55 or 44?
Which one?
44.
Yes. All right, Micah, that was your 10.
No! I have 24.
Okay, that was 3, right? Okay, very good, everyone. We're getting some of us are getting close. Jed, you need 1 more. Jensen, you need 2 more. Okay, good. Now, go ahead and prepare for math. And open in your book to page 37. Okay, don't slam your books. Just lay them nice and quietly on your desk. So today we're going to do some subtraction. So we were doing addition, now we're going to, this is pretty much review of 3rd grade. The beginning of 4th is a review of 3rd. So, but it's always good to review.
So, what page?
Raise your hand. Nicholas?
What page?
37. Okay, dokie. So we are going to start off by rounding each number to the place with the greatest value to estimate. Circle the estimated answer. Alright, so we can do this in our heads. Now, if we have 74, are we going to round that up to 80 or down to 70? 74.
Round to 70.
Rounds down to 70, so keep that in your head. And then 28, does that round up to 30 or down to 20?
Round up to 30.
Up to 30. So 70 minus 30 is what? Do it in your head. What's 70 minus 30?
40.
40. So circle 40 in the estimate box. Alright. So then now let's go ahead and actually subtract. So we've got 74 minus 28. Now, remember we're starting in the ones place. If I have 4 muffins, can I take 8 of them away from 4? No. So what I need to do is rename the ones place. So in order to do that, I need to go to my neighbor and I need to knock, 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 borrow from my neighbor. Now my neighbor's in the tens place. So he can only give me something that's tens. So what he's going to do, he's going to give me a 10 because he's in the tens place. So knock, knock. Okay, I'm going to cross out my 7. Now, since he gave me one of his 10s, he's only a 6 now. Because he was nice and gave me one of his 10s. So, now I'm going to take the 10 that he gave me and add it to my 4. Now I'm 14. So, now I can subtract. 14 minus 8 is 6. And then go to my tens place. 6 minus 2 is 4. Good. Okay. Question?
You know what this is?
What?
Thinking in your head?
What's that?
Mental math.
You're right. Yeah. It's good to use your brain. Okay, number 2. If we have 529 minus 146, what will the answer estimate to? We've got 500, right? Minus 100. What's 500? 400 is the estimated answer. So circle 400. Circle 400. And then let's actually do the math. So 529 minus 146. All right, now here, I can already, my ones place is ready to go because my 9 is at the top, so I have the bigger number at the top. So if I have 9 and I take 6 away from it, what's left? 3. Okay, now I go to my tens place and I can't take 4 away from 2 because there isn't enough. So I need to knock, knock, go to my neighbor in the hundreds place. So he can give me 100. Okay? Now, the thing is, you have to think. Now, 100 is how many tens? 10 tens. So really, he's giving me, it looks like a 10. But it's really 100. So, he's giving me 100, but since it's in the tens place, it's going to look like a 10. So, 2 becomes what? 12. And he gave me one of his hundreds, so now he's only a 4. He's 400. Okay. So now 12, take 4 away is 8. 4, take 1 away is 3. And then the next one is, okay, same thing. We're going to estimate the answer. So 855 rounds to 900, and 489 rounds to 500. So what's 900 minus 500? 400. Okay, so circle 400. And then let's do the subtraction. 855 minus 489. So we need to go to our neighbors here. All right, thank the Lord we have nice neighbors that let us borrow. If they didn't let us borrow, we'd be up a creek. Okay, so can we take 9 away from 5? No. So we need to knock on the next place value. And 5 is going to be nice, give us a 10. So he only is a 4 now. So my 10 added to my 5 becomes 15. So what's 15? Take away 9. 6. Now, can I take 8 from 4? No. So I need to go over to my hundreds, and my 8 is very kind. It's going to give me 100. So he's only a 7 now. And then we're going to add that, what he let us borrow, and add it to the 4. So now it's actually 14 tens now, because we're in the tens place. So what is 14 take 8 away? 6. And then 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay. Yes, sir.
Oh, I was going to ask, well, you don't have enough for 5 minus 8.
You're right. So we had to borrow twice in that problem.
But why did you borrow from the tens?
I had to borrow from the tens for my ones. Okay?
No, you could do it that way.
Do you know it a different way?
Yeah.
How did you learn it?
We didn't cross off from the tens. We crossed from the hundreds, and then you still don't have enough, so you cross out the like, let's say it's 14, you cross out the 14. And
Okay.
then you go to the ones and you solve.
Okay. You might have to show me that later. So the way I wanted to teach you was that you just go from one place to the next. So do it your ones first. Then after that, go to your tens, then your hundreds. Okay? So let's skip down to where we write the related subtraction fact to find the missing addend. So write the value for n. So if I have n plus 26 equals 70, I need to figure out what number is n. Alright, now, the way I find that is since my numbers are on opposite sides of the equal sign, I'm going to subtract 70 minus 26, and that will give me n. So over here on the side, minus 26. So we can't take 6 from 0, right? Because 0 is nothing. Can't take anything from nothing, except for God. He can make something out of nothing, but we can't. So we need to borrow from our neighbor, Mr. 7, tens, and he's going to give us a 10, so he's only a 6 now, and my 0 becomes a 10. So 10 minus 6 is 4, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So that means that n is 44. Oh, I see what they're having you do. Okay, so this sentence is actually what we just did. So we do 70 minus 26, and that will give, and our answer is 44. So we're writing a number sentence for what we just did. And so that means that n equals 44. Okay? Let's do the next one together. 186 plus n equals 375. So to solve for n, what do we need to do?
You need
of addition, which is subtraction, and I'm gonna take this number and this number. So 375 minus 186, and we need to do the math over here. Okay, and again, so do you want to come up and show me how you do this? How you did this or not? Or explain to me how you did this.
So what you would do is, so you don't have enough in the ones, and you don't have enough in the tens.
Right.
So go to the hundreds, cross out, and make it a 2.
Okay.
And you actually put the 1 like right next to the 7 to make it 17.
Okay, but this wouldn't be 17, it'd be 16. Because we're gonna have to take 1 from the tens place
Yeah.
for the ones.
It would be 16. And then you still don't have enough in the ones, so you
Or-
cross out the 16 and
Oh,
make it a
oh,
15, and then add the 1 to the 5, and then
Oh, I see what you, okay, so actually, okay. So what you did, you take 1 from the hundreds and put it in front of the 7. So now you have 17 minus 8. But we still have to borrow for the ones place, so we make 17 a 16, and this becomes 15.
Mhm.
So that's how, I understand how you did that. You can do it either way. Alright, so what's 15 minus 6?
1.
Question? Alright, go get a drink. 15 minus 6 is 9, right? What's 16 minus 8?
8.
8. And what's 2 minus 1? 1. So 189 is my answer. So that means that n equals 189. And then let's do one more. So 498 plus n equals 616. So someone besides Alex, since he told me the other one, tell me how to do that. Mason?
616 minus 498.
Good. So I take my two numbers and I do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. So let's do the math over here. 616 minus 498. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and subtract the way I learned. So,
Okay.
and how our book teaches us. So 6 minus 8 we cannot solve. So come over here and borrow from the tens place. So my 1 now becomes a 0. I took all the tens. And my 6 becomes a 16. So 16 minus 8 is 8. Can't subtract 0 minus 9, so we need to borrow from the 6, and that becomes a 5. And then add a 1 in front of our 0. So 10 minus 9 is 1, and 5 minus 4 is 1. So I can fill in my answers here. 118, which means that n equals 118. So if I plug this number in up here, this number sentence should be correct. Let's see here. Lucas, will you read for us the story problem? Please.
The crew of the shrimp boat caught 172 pounds of shrimp yesterday. Today they brought in 208 pounds of shrimp. How many more pounds did they bring in today than yesterday?
All right, so addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Whenever you see these words in a story problem, that means you're going to add. Whenever you see these words in a story problem, you're going to subtract. When you see these words, that means multiply, and these words mean divide. So, when I see the words, how many more, what does that mean I'm going to do? Subtract. So even though it sounds like adding because you're saying more, it really means to subtract. So, what is our math equation for our story problem? So today they brought in 208. Yesterday they had 172. How many more? So we're going to subtract. So you're going to write your sentence like this. 208 minus 172. And that will give us how many more pounds? Anybody figure out the answer yet? 208 minus 172. So we can go ahead and subtract our ones place. That is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. Here we need to borrow. Now, we could, you know what you could just do? I mean, this is what I would do. If I was looking at 20 minus 17, I would just know that was 3. But we can go ahead and do each place value. So 0 minus 7 we can't subtract, so come borrow from our hundreds. That becomes a 1 now. And put our 1 in front of our 0. So we have 10 minus 7 is 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So 36, and what is pounds? Okay. So actually what I would like for you to do is open your math journal